It's one thing to relocate to another country. It's another thing to settle there. Settling there maybe as a mom, as a career person, as a business person, just trying to find your feet in this new land. And I know it can be difficult, but don't worry, we are here for you. And I honestly could not have thought of anyone better to have this conversation with. Someone who is thriving, in Canada, who is also helping other people settle into this new country, and a mom, and also a believer, because on this channel we don't play about that. But please, ma, I can't do enough justice. Just tell us who you are.
My name is Oluwaseun Usidamen. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Thank you so much for having me, Oluwaseun. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
my name is Tomi Adenoga. I relocated, migrated from Nigeria down to Canada in April of 2023. I've been here for about 2 years and about, would I say 3 or 4 months? I can't remember. But yes, I am in Canada. I came with my family, definitely. Well, came with my family, and I would describe myself as a digital content creator. I've been creating content for about 10 to 12 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm an entrepreneur as well. So all what I do currently is the same thing I've been doing in Nigeria. Let's just say that this is on a different scale. Of course, the climate is different, everything is different, but my life is what I've been everything is just basically me doing the same things I've been doing for quite some time. And I am also a marketing specialist and an advertiser and everything in between.
I love that so much. And so, my first question would be, what is it? What is it really like in Canada? How is it?
Canada is home. I like it. It's difficult to
Hmm.
believe that. And like you said, I'm a believer. Well, I am a believer.
Hmm.
I believe in God. I really believe in God. I don't think it's a cliche. These days, anybody can decide to
Hmm.
choose what they believe in. But for me, I've seen the power of God, Jesus Christ
Hmm.
in my life, and I stand by it anywhere. And it was coming to Canada was a bit difficult because my life, my family, people,
Hmm.
most of them live in the UK. My own mother lives in the UK. My dad
Wow.
used to before he passed on. My aunties, cousins, family, basically. So the UK for me was like, oh, I'm going to the village. That was how it was for me to see my parents. So when it came to, and we knew at some point in my life, as a married couple, my husband and myself decided to relocate for reasons best known to us. And
Hmm.
then it was like a no-brainer that, okay, Toby will go to the UK because our family is there. But for some reason, I was not saying it, and my mom was like, told me, I don't feel peace. I don't
Hmm.
feel God is telling you to come. Yes, I am
Hmm.
settled here in UK. You have everything. I'm not. If I was in the UK, I won't even bother that. Oh, how do we pay rent? All that money will not even
Hmm.
be a consideration because there's house for you to stay. Even if my mom is not there, there are aunties, there are people that would accommodate us, so to say. But my mom said, I don't know, have you really, it's something you should pray about. And I was like, what are you praying
Hmm.
about again? For a long time, we fought over it in court, and she was just telling me that I don't think you need to come to the UK. Go to Canada.
Wow.
I think God wants to plant you in Canada. Honestly,
Wow.
for a long time, I was like, Mommy, why are you so against me coming to the UK? I will have support. You are there. You take care of my children. I need that support where I
Hmm.
can where I think I can thrive. Nobody needs to take me around. I know where to go. In fact, I know where to go. I shouldn't even look for there'll be somebody that will help me with a job. But she kept on saying no. That place that you think that
Hmm.
you know everything, I think you shouldn't. And okay, we now said okay, eventually we decided to come to Canada. We applied and everything, and thank God we got it and we came here. So Canada was actually we coming fearful. It was scary
Right.
because I was like, God, who do I know? Where do we start
Hmm.
from? The ratio of people you know in Canada is like 1 to 50. Why would I come to
Hmm.
somewhere I don't know anybody? It's so far
Hmm.
away. I can't even just
Hmm.
say, mo fẹ́ bínú padà. Sorry, I'm speaking that. I can't even
We
just say,
understand.
I am angry, I want to go back to Lagos. In the UK, you sleep and you've woken up and you're right there just in case. But Canada is, you have
Yeah.
to think about it. But with God, God's ways are not our ways. If you think you're going
Hmm.
this way, sometimes God will just say, take a detour. That way you think you're going to might not be where I want for you. And honestly, I
Yeah.
see God's hand in it. I can't even stress it enough. That's just what I would say. I see God's hand in it.
Wow, I love that angle. You'll have been expecting a different answer. Canada is, the first this thing, but it was honest and it was raw. And because sometimes people relocate for different reasons, right? But I like that there's the God factor and the God leading, because the obvious thing, I always quote this Bible verse that a man's way may look right to him,
Mhm.
but the end thereof is destruction. Because it looked UK was no brainer, like you said. It looked like but the end thereof, and thank God for your mom, and thank God you also listened to
Thank
our
God I listened,
counsel.
exactly.
Yeah, and you're where God will have you be. And I think for me, that's one of the biggest things. So if you're relocating or you're there, just ask yourself right now, am I where God would have me be? Because it's not too late. If you are there, we're happy. If not, just be where you have you be. Okay, so I know you touched, like you said, I mean, in Canada, there's nobody to help you with the kids, but in UK, you had all of that, maybe even in Nigeria. So how have you been navigating, motherhood and life now with your children?
I'll be very sincere and I'll say the truth as it is. Of course, when we came to Canada, even for the fact that we have family, but maybe not so
Mm,
close. I know people, but not the kind of closeness that I would like. I have with like my mom. Of course,
yeah.
there's nothing that can take that away. So I would say that
Mm,
I really didn't have anybody. I started off on my own and doing
wow.
everything, navigating. My husband had to travel back and forth. So this was me with my children. And at some point, I think for me, so people always say this, but it's not a cliche. If people you meet when you first come into a place, they really, really can decide how the trajectory can.
Mm,
That's our underlying can. Doesn't mean that it is
yeah.
cast in stone, but to a
Yeah.
great extent it can. So I have family members here, even though it's not like okay we stay close to each other, but I'm glad I listen to them. In the beginning, we couldn't afford so many things. Of course, the only thing you can think of is let me pay my rent, let me look for where to
Yeah.
stay. It takes a
Yeah.
huge chunk. So you barely have nothing left. But at the back of my mind, there were things I was thinking of that. So I didn't want to just settle to say, oh, this is how this place is. I had to
Mm,
tell me that. Tell me, it's not always that way. So I have
mm,
like, let's say, a cousin, a sister-in-law, a friend that would tell me that. And the first person just told me that, oh, do you know that I actually had a nanny? I was like, nanny in Canada. She
in
said,
Canada.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, people do. And she was like, to me, I had a nanny for 12 years, though she's an older woman now. Her kids have all gone to school and all that. But like, to give me sanity, let's say my salary is
Hmm.
this amount, half of it goes to the nanny. But I sleep well. I didn't
Hmm.
people's definition of luxury is different. She was like, people look
Hmm.
at me and say, this one is not wise. But she was like, to me, it gave me the way, as in like I could walk better. That sacrifice I gave
Hmm.
initially, people will say, I know I want money for down payment for house. But when you're looking at it from a different point of view, it changes everything.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford it then, of course, but I held that in my hand and I was like, God, the time I start earning a little bit, this is something that I
Hmm.
consider. One
Hmm.
year I was alone, I was taking care of the kids and all that. And I'm not saying I'm a lazy mother, I'm just a Proverbs 31 mother.
Yes,
In
ma.
order for me to do XYZ, I need help. And I'm not afraid to say I
Hmm.
need help.
Yeah.
So the moment I could afford it, we are like, so I've had a nanny for the past more than 1 year now,
Wow.
living. So I have,
It's even living.
yes,
Wow.
living.
Wow.
So I have a
Okay.
living help. I have like, in fact, like family. So I've had three in Canada. There was a time I had to go to the UK to see my mom. Someone actually traveled with us because I needed help with
Nice.
my children. So definition of luxury is different. That money I'm
Hmm.
giving that person, I might not be able to afford a brand new top or shoes. I didn't care because Canada, like
Hmm.
it drained me. At some point, I was almost
Hmm.
getting depressed, and there was a day I was just washing dishes, and I was like, God, I couldn't even pray at some point, and that's the truth. I was
Hmm.
just washing dishes and I was like, I was crying and I was like, God, I need help. I was drained
Hmm.
physically, mentally, in every single way. I was drained and I was like, God, I need help. And I just heard that voice like, I'm sending you help. And that was
Hi.
like the person that first came and she was indeed very helpful. Like, when for a long time you've not been able to sleep well. For the first time I could
Hmm.
sleep well, like, okay, someone there's someone else that could help me, like watch over the kids. Maybe this, I
Hmm.
have a son that was battling through asthma attacks. Then I got help, honestly, and like
Wow.
I believe in the gifts of men. They can come in any way, and it's a win-win for me too. I'm
Yeah.
helping you, you are helping me, and we're okay.
Yeah.
That's how I see life.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, that's a little bit of how I've been able to navigate things.
Wow, I like the honesty and I like the perspective. I'm really enjoying it because it's a mindset, right? Because honestly, I'm shocked. I always believe once you're abroad, it's like, none, yay.
I said she told me it's here to change that narrative, and unfortunately, like I would always say, there are so many things I say, but it happens. It's just that I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
it's just like Nigeria now. Is what people are painting to you. But does it always work that way? No. The media is
No.
giving you this picture that, oh, once you enter Nigeria, there's, God forbid, they are dropping bomb in your front. They are dropping it by the left, by the right. Is it there? Yes. But
Yeah.
is it like the way it is painted? No.
No.
So that's the
No.
same way it is like over here as well. People just think that, oh, once you move abroad, your life is over. You cannot. I'm not saying it is cheap, but it depends. I have seen
Hmm.
people, I have friends that will tell me, okay, at some point in my life, I have this help, I have this person, I have this. They were the people that
Hmm.
I saw that made me also think that
Yeah.
this thing is not impossible. And that's
Yeah.
the path me I'm towing. So I don't want to listen. It's just the way they paint Nigeria. I'm not listening to that. Oh, they are bombing left and right. I can never go back. I don't like that mindset. I always like to see
Hmm.
things. I like to see the cup as half full rather than
Yeah.
half empty. I'm being realistic that those issues are there, but it doesn't mean that's a complete picture. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm choosing to run with.
Love that. So really so profound. Even for me, that's a big that's a big game changer, right? And so because on here, right, another important thing for us also helping women, work in purpose. Yes, you're a mom, yes, you're all of that, but you were designed for something also as a person. And so as a woman, as a mom in Canada, how can we also ensure that you are living a purposeful life? Right, and still being able to whatever it is you want to do, but your life is still centered around your purpose. Yeah, if you can just talk to us about that.
Honestly, that's difficult to say because most people, and I'm not saying this to cast stones at anybody, but honestly, people that even have purpose, there's a way you would have the purpose, you even know what to do. Number one is, if have you identified what your purpose is
Yeah.
and are you running with it? Number two, some people don't actually know. Those that even know,
Hmm.
you know what to do. Let's say you've even planned like this is what I want to do. But there's a way you come to a new place and it should
Scatter.
scatter and scatter. And
Hmm.
it's now you being intentional. Some I've had people talk to me and say to me, I don't have time to spend with my kids. But what
Hmm.
can I do? The bills have to be paid. What kind of advice would you tell that person? I'm not going to pay their bills for them. So what can I even
Hmm.
tell them? So some people genuinely know. People genuinely know. It's a personal call. It's like how we all receive salvation.
Yeah.
It's now you choosing. I think at the end of the day, it's not what you want for yourself. It's not what you choose.
Yeah.
Like, am I ready to sacrifice? Am I ready to put this away for this other thing?
Yeah.
So for those that probably did not identify it, that's a different game entirely. But for those
Mm-hmm.
that have, it now depends on what life is throwing at you.
Hmm.
For some people, it's just like, "Ah, let me quickly do this for some time." It's like even praying. Honestly, yeah, you just be like, oh, I want to spend 1 hour praying. But by the time you think of the time and you need to go to work, so it's easy to get caught up in everything that is going on. So the only thing I would
Hmm.
just say is it's now the individual being intentional that no matter what is going on around me, I should still give
Yeah.
time for my kids, give time for my family, give time for what I really know I should be doing. So
Yeah.
there's no way you
Yeah.
can. I don't know. I
There's
might
no way.
say
Only God can help you.
only God. Exactly. Like, no human can. What do you want to tell someone? So it's only God.
I hear you. The reality of it is there. The reality of it is there. It's true. But I know that you also, talk a lot about, opportunities in Canada in terms of maybe school, in terms of maybe businesses. So maybe somebody is thinking of relocating or somebody is, currently in Canada. What are maybe some opportunities? And a lot of time, maybe especially tuned to the reality of a mom, right? Because like you said, there's someone that's So that may be a reality you may face. You may realize that for a while your kids you may know may be affected, right? But what are some of the things you are aware of that you think people can do, opportunities available to them? Yeah.
Those opportunities, there's a foundation. It can't start from the mid level.
Hmm.
On that thing is this kind of topics, I kind of shy away from them so that it doesn't come like as if I am condescending or I am putting someone down, but it's almost the truth. So I have a YouTube channel, I have Instagram. I'm a bit more active on Instagram than YouTube, but I
YouTube.
remember when I first came, I used to do a lot of YouTube videos. And this was me. Sometimes I don't know how to mind my business. So, those days, so when I was planning to relocate, right, some family members, I'm trying to paint a picture, I'm trying to arrive somewhere. Some family
Yeah,
members were
with
like, why
you.
would you relocate? You have your life very well for you in Nigeria. There are people that relocate, those that travel out, they don't do well, or they don't. So that mindset
Hmm.
is there. And I corrected the person and I was like, it depends on the way you go.
Yeah.
So that's the foundation for me. So we really wanted to relocate out of Nigeria, but my
Hmm.
husband will not have it in almost any other way. So you
Hmm.
ask yourself, the country I'm going to, what do they have on the table?
Yeah.
Canada, as at then, even till now, it's a lot more difficult now. But I don't know if you're familiar with the way the system works. Like, okay, if you are coming to Canada, you can either come as a student, you can come as a permanent resident. A permanent
Yeah.
resident means you're like quarter to being a citizen.
Citizen.
So
Yeah.
almost all the benefits that citizens have, you also have them as well.
Hmm.
Students, work permit holders don't usually have those benefits.
Hmm.
In fact, it's the other way around for them.
Yeah.
So when I remember when I was about to come to Canada, then I speak with my friends during COVID. We've been working on it for a long time. During COVID, I will have a long 1 hour call with my friend. Then I'm like, I'm so tired. I'll just be telling her in Yoruba to me that let's just come as students. She'll be like, to me, don't come. When you come, you will
Hmm.
understand why. Fight for
Hmm.
PR, you can get it. When I
Hmm.
came, I understood her very well.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, some people, I'm so sorry to say, some people don't do their homework adequately. Because
Yep.
people are going to Canada, you just apply for a student visa and you're coming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's I don't know how to sugarcoat it. It is
Hmm.
I don't know how to say I can't put it mildly. It is not
Hmm.
easy. It is not easy. We
And
all know
imagine
this.
maybe you now have a family, you now have children, and you
And
have
most times people do. Number
wow.
one, you're spending so much money and you're not getting benefits. So they are collecting from you and you're not getting.
Hmm.
And you can't even do so it's a whole bubble. You can't even now do the kind of work some other people do because you said you're a student. How come you're now working full time? You can't work.
Wow.
So it's a
Yeah.
whole lot, and you're still thinking of how to make yourself permanent again, to make yourself
Yeah.
you're thinking
Stable.
of stable. So you're thinking
Hmm.
of a whole lot of things, and it's mentally draining. So even me as
Yeah.
a PR, I'm saying I'm mentally drained. You don't want to know what some other person is going through, and I understand
Yeah.
all that. So I saw that. I remember when I first came, I would talk to people, and I remember and coming as a PR to Canada. Then age was a very important factor. Like, okay, the younger you are, it might be the easier it might be for you to come.
Hmm.
And then I was like, why are you coming as a student? Did you try PR? And some people will be like, no, PR takes a long time. I can't stand. I can't wait for it. And I'll be like, what you think you're wait? There's no shortcuts to these things. The Nigeria you think is
Hmm.
terrible. It's actually better you staying there. Except maybe there's a life threatening whatever, which I also understand might be. Now, for you to just come and you see that life is not as rosy as they've painted
As
it
you
to be,
thought.
which is the actual truth. People, in fact,
Yeah.
someone still told me yesterday that told me Canada is calm.
Hmm.
So it's not heaven. I can't stress
Hmm.
enough. It's not heaven. Who is telling you that the moment you enter Canada, all your problems are over? Goodness God, far from it. So far from it. So
Hmm.
I was seeing this, but unfortunately, I'm also very careful. I don't want to wahala. I like to stay on my lane, but I couldn't hold it at some point.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity, try for that. It takes time,
Hmm.
but for me, people see
It's
me
worth it.
thriving now. I did that homework 5 years ago in Nigeria. During
Hmm.
COVID, that everybody was in the house, I was schooling.
Wow.
Thank God for my friend. She said to me, fight whatever you can do. And they say the younger you are, the easier it is for you. I'm going to be 40 next year. I didn't get it when, and I see people that are like 20 something, 30, early 30s. I'll be like, why didn't you try PR? You have, you have, you
Hmm.
have, you have, I don't have what you have. I've seen people
Hmm.
in their 40s getting PR. Who says you can't get it? Have you fought for
Hmm.
it? That
Hmm.
fight, you may fight that fight whether you like it or not. And it's easier to fight it in Nigeria than here. If
Hmm.
anybody is being sincere, let them tell you the real truth. It's easier times 10 to do that in Nigeria than in Canada. You don't want to do
Yeah.
that in Canada.
Yeah.
So I
Wow.
had to talk about it at some point, and a few people understood. Some people were like, oh no, it's easy for you to see, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. I've said my own. So that's where all this starts from, the benefits. I
Yeah.
get those benefits, and that's why some people say, oh, to me on your channel, you only just mention permanent residents. And I say, I am so sorry. It's not me, it's the
Yeah.
government. It's not exactly if it is within my power. Why
Hmm.
not? It's the
Yeah.
government. Ordinary food banks. I've heard of people. Food bank is where you can go to get free food.
Hmm.
Stop students from going to access those foods, those things now. And I'm like, what wickedness is that? Food. Why? But they have to do that because the population is rising. So they have to use something to cut it off.
Yeah.
And they will ask you that, oh, what do you I said that's insane, but unfortunately, it's not
That's
you.
what it is.
Is what
Yeah.
it is. So most of
Yeah.
those benefits, of course, after some time, maybe some students after some time when they've been in the country, they start getting those benefits, but it's not comparable.
Hmm.
They pay to come to school. Government pays me for going to school.
Wow. Wow.
And it's a
That's
whole
one of the
lot.
advantages.
Yeah. So you can
Wow.
imagine you coming into Canada and you're paying $40,000.
Whereas they are paying
Whereas
you.
they pay me $40,000 for going to school.
Wow.
That's alone. So it's not comparable. At some
Hmm.
point, of course, they will become pure, but it's like going through fire before you finally become gold.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
can't handle it. That's the
Yeah.
truth. So
Yeah.
their benefits quite all right, even though now the country is becoming stretched and it's not like the way it was. Things are changing every day. So opportunities, I always say,
Hmm.
time is a huge factor. 2 years
Hmm.
ago when I came, those opportunities were still there.
Hmm.
But now it's just like gradually, gradually. But so that's everybody. I just always tell people like take it while you can get it. Like grab it now. Help yourself now while it is
Yeah.
still available.
Yeah.
But primarily,
Wow.
those are what the benefits are for. Probably your child needs to go to daycare. You can afford. They can. For a long time, when I came, my daughter was under the government subsidy. We were not paying anything for daycare. Daycare is
Wow.
a whole lot. It's a whole lot. It's a
Hmm.
big. The people pay a lot. You can imagine getting some subsidy that you don't get to pay. So those are
Mm-hmm.
the little things that can now even make you like, okay, I want to do this kind of venture. I want to do this thing. For the fact that
Yeah.
you started little by little and started small, it can give you the opportunity. So those are the ways. That's the way I see these opportunities. It's not just
Yeah.
okay, opportunities are there. I just get it from here, or I use it to sort that other thing, and that's what I just
Yeah.
basically do.
Wow. Thank you. I think even for me, this is so that nobody come and attacks me. I have a soft spot for Canada too. Also, so I'm gaining as you're
No, I
talking
love
like
Canada
this.
actually. No, I love Canada. Canada feels family. If anybody that is like family oriented, you like home, you like the
Hmm.
family, and Canada gives you that sort of feel. So
Wow.
when like it's not defined, but when the atmosphere just kind of like defines that. Yes, there's crime now, things are changing, but overall it's
It's
still
a good, yeah. Yeah. So I want to speak more to, your journey, right? And how you have been able to thrive as, you say you're a business owner, right? You are a mom. I know you've shared some of things. First of all, starting from the leading of God, choosing where to even have come to in the first place, right? You talked about how your mindset, changed because you didn't follow the normal narrative. You chose to look at it differently. You got a nanny that is helping you out, right? And even now, you pay the price. You could have, hurried. So the rest you had planned. You did not just jump into it. And I think anybody listening, I hope you're bored. Now maybe let's speak from the angle. What other things do you think has really helped you thrive as a mom, as a business owner in just 3 years. I mean, yeah, like just like 2 3 years,
2 years, two
right?
years,
Yeah.
some
In
months.
Canada, minus, I mean, there are more things that's really helped you, before coming, and even now. That okay, because sometimes, a man will make plans, but when you get there, and realize that this math, it did not match the way I thought it would
Exactly.
go, right? So,
True.
if there are any other things you did before coming, and now that you are now even there, things that you think you are doing, or things that that even helped you, yeah.
Maybe I'm just not the normal immigrants, honestly, because I think so, because I came here and I had a different mindset entirely.
Yeah.
Not everybody sees things my way, and it's okay. My husband would just say to
Hmm.
me, "You don't need to explain to anybody. Both of us
Hmm.
understand. That's it. No other person
Hmm.
needs." I try to explain, but my husband like, "What's all that? Like, just stop it." Because I'm like, "What's going on?" So thank God for those benefits that I said. If I probably came as a student, I am very sure I won't even be on Instagram. There will be no time to post. That's the number one thing, because you won't even have that time. You won't even be able
Hmm.
to do all those things. But like
Yeah.
I said, so it starts from the foundation. Thank
Yeah.
God I was able to come as a peer, and I'm thankful for all that. So I came, I saw everything that was there, and I came like, God just help me.
Hmm.
I didn't have plans of doing a 9 to 5 when I came to Canada, and I've never
Hmm.
done a 9 to 5. On the other hand, people just believe that once you come to Canada, oh, I want to apply for a job. I never thought of. I tried. I won't say I didn't even try. I actually thought about it, and I met someone that was like, told me, the noise they are shouting on your channels and all that, go and continue shouting. Which job you think will give you like what you have? And it's not even. So for me, it was not even just monetary things I was looking for.
Yes.
Like I said, my husband travels back and forth, and I was like, my husband cannot be away, and I am also away. These
Hmm.
kids need to see me. I had a baby when I came to Canada. These kids need to see
Hmm.
me. I was still breastfeeding when I came to Canada. I had
Wow.
my daughter just turned 1. I had a 4-year-old then, and my son was 9. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So I was like, but everybody cannot be out of the house. So I think
Hmm.
I am so grateful, like things that I felt like there's no knowledge lost. All what I have learned
Hmm.
over time were in my hands. And I was like, thank God I even have something I can do with my hands. I have a voice. I was not even known
Hmm.
then. But I've been doing this from Nigeria. People did not even know. So sometimes, in fact, many of my sister-in-law tells me sometimes that told me maybe God even took you out of Nigeria. I've been doing
Hmm.
content for a long time. I was struggling to grow. I was struggling, and in
Wow.
my mind, I was crying like, God, what am I doing that these other content creators are not doing? Is it equipment? Is it this one? Is it this? I was doing everything, but I was not growing of maybe the way I wanted to grow.
Hmm. I feel you. Yes, ma'am.
So I ventured, and I just continued doing that in Canada. That's okay. One be or the other, something must work.
Hmm.
It was a very big risk, but I chose to just do it because I was like, I think I have to do this. So I started like,
Hmm.
okay, let me just think of what I can do as a business person. I used to make
Yeah.
groups in Nigeria. I
Oh.
brought all my equipment, my tripod, my wig gear. I was like, I will do something, even if it is as in my jam around one. Like, even if I can't sell wigs, I'll be doing washing of wigs. I'll be doing a revamp from there. But thank God, most of the things I even now plan to do, other things now like
Yeah.
took over,
Kimmy.
came in. So
Wow.
even the wigs, I never did it for one day, because by the time I came,
Wow.
I was now very busy. I was now seeing other opportunities that I could do,
Wow.
and that's how it
Wow.
has been from there. So I would
Wow.
say for myself, I would say personally that is what helps me, and I honestly will not choose it any other way. Like I've seen people that come into this country, and I'm like, you have the skill, why don't you use it? We are just
Hmm.
chucking it somewhere. I'm talking to somebody, I'm referring somebody to you. You've not opened your DM for 3 days. Like, come on. And you're saying, oh, sorry, so sorry, it's because I was working. If you do that side also that you have, it will give you like
You won't
probably
have to work.
10 times more than the work you are doing. But I get it that
Hmm.
people are actually like the fear of like venturing out, the fear of like doing all
Yeah.
that. I get it, and
Yeah.
so I don't even push anybody. I just always say this works for me, and I'm choosing to do what works for me. And well, I'm so grateful to God.
Ah, honestly, thank you, God. I think for me, even personally, because you say you've never done it, I've always assumed, the only thing to do in Canada, if you're not doing nine to five, right? There's nothing there. And I'm picking so much. And one thing I'll pick from what you said now again is skill, right? So maybe before you are coming, that's why I tell people that no part of your journey is a waste,
Not,
right? The
not
little,
at all.
yeah, the little whatever skill it is that you have. I mean, there are so many things you can do with so many things in this age that we are in, from the comfort of your house and from your home. So if maybe you are planning whatever it is, look for that thing, right? Or even if you are there, again, I think what you are saying, and I agree. Sometimes it's fear. What if I can't pay the bills? What if I
Exactly.
can't meet the rent, right?
True.
And the truth is, you can do all things through Christ who gives you daily strength. It is not, we're just saying, but shame why no. See, sit with the word of God. If you don't believe me, let me just say, just speak that Bible verse. I can do all things through Christ who gives me daily strength. Lord, open my eyes, and I leave you and the Holy Spirit.
Exactly.
But know that fear is not of God, right? Of God, God is not irresponsible, so He will not chose you at that bit. I mean, chase you out and say, figure it out. He will
Yes.
guide you. He will show you, but you have to first be open to His leading. Because, for example, she could have gone to UK. And who knows, the UK that she thought would give her soft life, she will not be struggling. Do you understand? So that's another thing. It won't most times happen the way you are thinking, but the moment you open your heart to it, you allow your mind to be renewed. You'll begin to see, because our journey is like I said that maybe your own story, my man, your story is different, and
There
I
are so
and we are
many.
hoping to see more,
There are so many things I
more of
do.
this.
There's so many things I do, and people will be like, "Toby, what? Yeah, like I feel different." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know. Time will tell. Let's just keep walking the path
Hmm.
that I feel God is leading me to with and everything, and
Yeah.
eventually
Yeah,
see
I
how it
think at some point, maybe now I'll just even put your Instagram handle, just if by chance you are not following on Instagram. I am wondering what is she even talking about, because then once you know everything was our mouth to say, follow on Instagram, and then you will understand, right? But I think one of the last parts I would like to talk about is childcare, what it's like also, because like again we're focusing on moms and some of the realities and everything. I know you talk about advantages of peer, how you even get like a discounted rate on childcare, because that's also another important thing. I have my baby. Where do I want to drop my baby? And then daycare is expensive. Then so women become depressed because then they are sitting at home, right? And all of that.
yeah.
So I mean, to whatever it is, that degree to which, what are the opportunities that are there for moms in terms of childcare, in terms of pregnancy? Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Well, almost everything is okay. So it's almost the same thing. As a
Mm.
PR, you get monthly if you have low income, which 99% of us when you're coming from Nigeria, even if you're earning how much in Nigeria, by the time they convert it to their money here, it's almost
Hi.
nothing. So by the time you
Mm.
come, the government pays you some monthly child benefits. That helps. That
So
helps a
sorry, is
lot
this for PR
for
or
PR.
regardless of it? Okay, just PR. Okay,
Just
okay,
PR. So, but after some time, students eventually get it. Like after 18 months to 2 years, they start getting it. Some students
okay,
get it, and those on work permits also get it. But for PR,
okay.
it is immediately once you land, you can start accessing that money, and they pay you per child like
Wow.
about 700 on the average, depending on the age of your child. The younger the child, the more money they give you. So on the average, they give you money for your children. Let's say like seven hundred
Wow.
dollars, $800 monthly. That helps. That money is actually to be used for the children, like okay, to save for them. But of course, it's not like you're saving everything. You can save 300, use the remaining 300 for their monthly, whatever, anything. So at least that helps you instead of you bringing out extra money from your pockets for the kids. That helps you
Hmm.
for you to even like save towards your children's future, buy whatever you need to use in catering for them. Another thing I think, okay, of course, yes, if you are PR2, if you are pregnant, everything is free. You go to the hospital, it's
Hmm.
free, you're not paying anything. The only thing you might pay, I think maybe drugs, $20.
Okay.
Whereas
Hmm.
some students who don't have insurance need to pay. You might need to pay like as much as like $10,000 or so, depending on, yeah. So depending on how the
Wow.
person came, because also the visas are also different. Probably someone that goes to a public school is different from someone that goes to a private school. So all
Hmm.
those things are different. Schooling
Yeah.
as well. School is supposed to be free. But I've seen students that they came into the country, depending on the kind of visa they get, they still need to pay
Mm.
for their children to go to school.
Ah.
So not just the person, not just the mother, you also need to accept, maybe they now regularize it or do something. So they are
Mm.
different, but most times if you come in as a permanent resident, almost everything is free for you. So you can
Wow.
actually get that help. I even have a friend in Manitoba that she gave birth, and after she had twins, every day they were going to take care of her children, so she could sleep. She would sleep, like, I think they resume by 9 to 4. They would bathe the children. At least it was something. So they
Yeah,
come in,
that's
voila,
something.
yeah, I mean, some midwives or doula, or yeah, they come to take care of the children for her. They will feed them. She will stay. Sometimes she goes, they take the children on a walk, like
Wow.
the push chair. So she has time. She will just quickly cook, or even times they cook for her if if it's something that she can eat. Maybe they'll make mashed potatoes for her or something. So they helped
Mm.
her. If she needs to do laundry, they will help you laundry for the children, so things like that. But it's changing now. Like I said, it's not like the way it used to be
Mm.
before, but it's still in some places. At
Still
least I know
good.
someone that still enjoy that, and everything depends on. It just depends on the way you come into the country.
Yeah. So I think most important thing is, please, before you come in, you have an advantage. Do your due diligence. Don't just be in a hurry because your journey can go to different ways. Right.
That's
Don't just, and
just
if
it.
you are in it already, I think as much as you can research and find out the best, opportunities, are available for you. And like you said, time. So don't say I will apply, I will try later. You understand? Whatever it is, and at least whatever skill you come from Nigeria, you can make hair, you can barb, you can, you can do content, you can edit videos, as little as you, whatever it is. I think make the most, advantage of it, whether it is as a man. I want to believe that whatever it is you want for yourself as a person, know that it is possible, right? Your dreams are valid. So maybe all of this, you're like, hey God, oh, I don't make mistake. Oh, where do I want to start from? It's not too late. Do
It's
your
not.
research, ask questions, and just put a picture of what you want for yourself and trust the leading of God, to guide you. So honest, I think it's for me, it's been a lot. I'm going to as I'm going back home, I'm going to be thinking, I'm driving. I didn't notice so. But I don't know if there's any other thing you want to say that maybe we've not touched on, or just something important for maybe as a mom, yeah, to the moms wanting to come on there, trying to thrive, trying to survive. They're like, God, who sent me? Or
Ah,
anything, just anything, please.
okay, so I will just say this generally, and hopefully people can take out something from it. So most of what, when people see me thrive too, the price has been paid one
Yep.
way or the other. I have paid some, and the price has been paid as well. Like I said, my mom
Mm,
lives in the UK. UK is a bit different from Canada, but I would
mm.
say this most times. She paid the price in a big way. Like hers
Wow.
was like going through the valley of the shadow of death. It was
Wow.
difficult then. So she tells me now that even me, I know some of the things I enjoy today is because of someone that was able to like guide me and everything like that.
Wow.
So I am benefiting from that. And anytime she
Hmm.
sees anybody around me, she will encourage them. She said, "You don't even know what someone like me went through." My mom, and if it's something
Hmm.
that you really want, my mom left Nigeria when she was 50.
Wow.
50. My mom left when she was 50, and she's 72. About, so let me say, okay, let's say this thing is hanging. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you. Yes, it's fine now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So she left when she was 50. Though she had been going, she first went as a visitor, she came back, but the main big move was when she was finally 50. And
Wow.
she's so thankful. She was like, thank God she stayed. That some people actually went back and like, oh, I cannot survive it out here. So it's everything she went through that she tells me, that told me, she doesn't want to hear that, I am tired, this one. She would encourage me, said, those words should not come out from your mouth. That nothing is easy. Even in
Hmm.
Nigeria, is it immediately you got a
Hmm.
job? Is it immediately you got this thing? Is it immediately some people rise too. Suddenly something can happen. Even in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So don't expect that when you come over here, everything will be handed over to you on a platter of gold. You still need to strive for it. If you genuinely feel that is where God wants you to be,
Yeah.
try. Keep trying, and you never know. and something will work out, or things will work out for you. My mom says it today. Like I say, if my mom was a widow, like how many years ago, and she looks
Mm.
back and she'll be like, I'm the person that I don't have to pay a mortgage. I don't have one house. I don't have two houses. I have more than three houses in the UK. In
Wow.
London, I'm not paying mortgage as an old woman. So she looks at life like, what can God not do? What
Hmm.
can God not do? Just believe
Hmm.
in God. It's not a cliche. It's not just for us to say it. What can God not genuinely do?
Wow.
If you just like, you won't give up. If you give up, you've given up, but you can't just afford to give up. That's number
Hmm.
one. On the other hand, if God is doing his part, I also believe in we doing our part. And I also want us to have this. I've been saying this a lot, maybe because of the algorithm I'm pushing towards myself. I'm liking the kind of things that I'm seeing on social media now. I see people in the USA, like there's a woman I saw in the USA that built a house, and she was like,
Hmm.
immigrants don't take, yes, you might start from somewhere, but for
Yeah.
the fact that, okay, your skin color is this way, don't go somewhere and think, oh, I cannot achieve this thing. Those that are
Hmm.
achieving it, they don't have two heads. You
Yeah.
can do it. And that's the belief I have at myself, that we can
Hmm.
own businesses. Who said you can't own businesses? In fact,
Hmm.
I think that baffles me a lot. I try to say it as much as I can on social media. I see these opportunities. I see people making it. And in Nigeria, maybe you can say, oh, maybe they made money illegally. This is a place that you cannot beat the system.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not you? And I'm
Hmm.
saying it. This is how to build generational wealth. This is how you to help your
Hmm.
children. If you want to be with your children, honestly, I tell people, I say, I don't know about tomorrow, but God has been faithful. I don't think
Hmm.
I'll ever go somewhere and I will say, oh, I want to drop my resume to work. I know not everybody is cut out to do, or to have a business, to own a business. I know
Yeah.
not everybody is cut out for that, but you can invest in a business that can generate money for you.
Yeah.
Immigrants are supposed to thrive. Don't say,
Hmm.
oh, I came to this place because it's not my father's land. No way. The Bible
Wow.
says that the earth is
Hmm.
the Lord's and the fullness thereof. In fact, that was the message. The day I was coming into Canada, that was the Bible verse that dropped, and I was like, oh my God. I walk around my former house and I start doing prayer chants, and I'll be like, I will possess this land. The milk and honey of this
Hi.
land belongs to me. They didn't
Hi.
write it for anybody. They did not say it is for this particular set of
Hmm.
people. Who says you can't also do it? And it
Hmm.
believes it believes in your mind first. Like honestly, you don't need to even have a lot of money in your bank account. Have that money in
Yeah.
your mind.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell my husband. Like, oh, when you start having 2,000, you're not like, oh, that means I can have 5,000. When you have 5,000, that means
Hmm.
I can actually have 10,000. Just take little
Hmm.
baby steps. When you have 10,000, in fact, the kind of goals we have right now. But and that's just the way it is. Just take one step, and the door keeps opening. The door keeps opening. God wants to help us, but He also wants us to like take the first step. Try,
Hmm.
do whatever you can do. Look around. Opportunities are there. I say it every time. Opportunities are there. Many of other people that come from other parts of the world, they see these opportunities. But I think many of us, maybe we are very scared, which I understand. But at some point, take charge. The Bible says, "Fear not." So to go with that, fear not. And by God's grace, we'll all thrive.
Hi. I need a moment. Like I always say that even if I was creating content for myself, my channel blesses me as a person. And wow, wow, there's so much I can't say. Like ah, I don't want to I don't want to waste that because you know when you're having a conversation with someone that seems random but just seems like curious, right? Just seems
Mhm.
like thoughts that you've always just and you're like so things can actually be seen this way and it's beautiful. Honestly, thank you for even choosing to come, the conversations, sharing your mind because I can tell that you're like, whoa. I will say it though, whether or not people like it, whether or not people agree. It's not what I know. It is what has worked for me. So take it or
Exactly,
leave it.
exactly,
And we
exactly.
have taken it. At least me, I have taken it.
I
Right.
appreciate
So
it.
honestly, I know. I know. Thank you. Honestly, thank you. It's a mind renewal. It's a shift. perspective, even for me. And yeah, so you said it all. There's nothing I can even add or say. And at
One
this
more thing,
point, if
sorry, one more thing I
okay,
want to
please, of
say. One
course.
more thing I just want to say. Like, I don't want to say this to discourage anybody. I'm not saying this as a pessimist, but I would say that one of the best things that happened to me, I've said it in our conversation, but let me just drive it home, is me coming with my job. I don't know how to
Hmm.
explain it. So then another thing, don't come thinking that we didn't. I don't know how to explain it without sounding in a very funny way.
Ma, feel free, express yourself. Don't worry, we'll
We
take
didn't
it.
migrate for economic reasons.
Hmm.
If it was to migrate for economic reasons, I would have probably stayed back in Nigeria. That okay, I know what to do and all that. It's familiar terrain. So honestly, let the picture be bigger, because those are the things
Hmm.
that will. So even when it didn't seem like it, even the days that I
Hmm.
carried hair on my head for 3 months without thinking of losing my hair, the picture was bigger. I knew I had the
Hmm.
goal in mind. Like, is it that this or this? There was no other thing. I'm
Hmm.
saying this in 2025. Maybe probably if you're relocating in 2020, I'll say, oh, relocate. When you come, they'll give you $1 million. But I'm saying it the way it is. Don't relocate because, oh, Canada is a bed of roses. No, no, no. Let it be the
Hmm.
icing on the cake. And that was the mindset I had, my husband had as well. Let it be the icing on the cake. I'm not saying I don't want money. I love money, but let the goal be
Let's be
something
bigger.
much more, much more.
Hmm.
Trust me, some people have better jobs. In fact, people just don't want to say it. A lot of people that I know had better jobs in Nigeria. If it is job, you had a better job in Nigeria. Trust me, I am very certain of that for a lot of people.
Wow.
Choosing to stay means that there's something better than that job you think you are losing. So
Hmm.
that's what should be like at the back of your mind. And don't
Hmm.
come that once I come to Canada, they will give me a job in 2 days. No way. If it happens for you, it's a big miracle and you have to thank God. The majority look for jobs 1 month. I have seen 2 years. I have seen 1 year. Yes, that's the reality.
Wow.
I don't know who is listening to me. I don't know where you are. If you might choose to say, this girl doesn't know what she's saying, that depends on you. But I'm telling you, as someone that lives in Canada, people share their lives, people share with me, and it breaks my heart because I can't help them.
Hmm.
Men crying.
Ah.
And I've had a conversation with a friend that I told her, let your husband go back. If you don't want to lose
Hmm.
your home, if you don't want to lose your husband, let him go back. And their marriage is better now that he's back. So it's not a one way. If for you, maybe for some time, is a sacrifice, your husband might need to stay back somewhere, you are here. If you need to do it, do it. Nobody will come and save you. Those that are saying, why is the husband not here? They will not pay your bills.
Hmm.
That's the reality of what is going on for a lot of
Hmm.
people. That's the truth. I've seen people go back and forth so that they don't lose their mind, so that they don't lose their
Hmm.
sanity. How
Hmm.
do you explain to a man that he will not get a job in 1 year? He will not get a job in a
Hmm.
2 months? Who can deal with that?
Hmm.
How do you explain to a woman that she's the one that is now the breadwinner? And that is what a lot of women are doing. You call them, they can't even talk to you. They don't even have time for anything. So that's why I'm saying that kind of person. How do you explain that follow your purpose? Purpose
Hmm.
is to pay the bills, to pay the
Hmm.
rent. And I'm so happy. Nigerians are good. Nigerians are not the kind of people that want to owe rent. A lot of us don't do it. No matter what, you do whatever you can do. People are ready to do those jobs, but are the jobs even there? No. I've had people crying to me that told me I looked for a job of a cleaner. They did not give me cleaner. How can you comprehend that? It gets that bad. That's the truth. Except people don't want to tell themselves the truth. If anybody has promised you that Canada is a bed of roses in 2025, please disabuse your minds. It can be tough. I think for us, like it's like have a big picture, like maybe even okay, whether it is second nationality that is now keeping you, whether it is for you to have citizenship, whether it's not for the health of I've seen people that they had good jobs, maybe if it was for the health of their children, they came. So it's a sacrifice. It's never easy. Starting all over. For a lot of people, they start all over. Some people have it okay when they come, but that's not the majority. So if
Hmm.
you can bring your job as they are coming, that's the best
Hmm.
way I can tell you. I would say to
Hmm.
an extent that is what helped me. And I try not to make these things like, oh, in fact, that's why I probably do a lot of explanation. Don't look at my life as the benchmark in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, they relocate in 2 years, they've bought this kind of
Hmm.
house. I'm so sorry, no.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry, no. Because that is not the reality for a lot of people. It could have been
Hmm.
5 years ago, but things have changed. A lot has changed. After COVID, is now that Canada is now realizing so many things. And that's how it is
Wow.
with other parts of the world as well. There's inflation, there's recession.
Yeah.
So plan and plan well. If you get your visa, don't just jump on the plane. That
Wow.
Naira is actually very good. Naira paid our rent for
Wow.
1 year.
Wow.
Yes, the naira is still strong. Don't let anybody deceive you. Yes, I know now you exchange it, but trust me, I was telling her as my husband was doing his business. It was her money that I brought to Canada. Me say if I put my own down, that okay, how far? This is the amount I have. Naira still helps. Even if it is 100K. I know now Nigeria is very expensive. I know because I traveled recently. I know. But Canada too, you can't come and you won't have anything in your accounts. That
Hmm.
naira you think is nothing, it's going to be something
It's
when you come
something.
here. So
Wow.
I think that's just what I would tell people because I see this a lot and people can't even share. It's even bad because people cannot share because people will now counter them that why are you talking? Why are you lamenting? Come back home. And they can't. This is the
Hmm.
reality.
Hmm.
I just hope somebody will believe me. Like I always just say that I'll just say my own. It now choose maybe God will now do the work on the person to now know that, okay, this is how it is. As much as
Yeah.
possible. Plan if you can, bring with your transferable skills. Start with
Yeah.
that. Because that might be what will
Yeah.
save you. I've had
Wow.
friends here that is that catering job that has saved them, making amala
Hmm.
for people. I've
Hmm.
had friends that is his hair. Didi, the lady that does my Didi, one of them. In fact, I have like 3 people. She tells her, Tommy, Tommy, my son rent, I would say it's a lie. I told her, I said, hold it. I know people that make someone else, there are a lot of people I meet. I know someone else that makes hair. She makes close to $10,000 in a month. And she told me,
Wow.
which job will give me that amount? Don't disregard what you know. Come on.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you should not have a 9 to 5, but something else can pay you and pay you better.
Yeah. Yeah.
People make hair. There's a demand. All of us are looking for who to make our hair because all of us want to be in the office.
Hmm.
But the few people that choose to are making money and they are overbooked.
Wow. Such a
So
different, such a
please,
perspective.
is a mindset shift for me. I've
Yeah.
seen people, the most people I see thrive in this country, I'm so sorry to say, are people that own their businesses. And in fact, it was an Asian that told me the first thing when I first came to Canada. And then me too, I was also thinking, because everybody was like, have you applied for a job? Have you done this one? So me too, I was following that. But I think God
Hmm.
wanted to draw me back, like, you had something in your mind. Follow what you
You
had.
had. Yeah.
The guy was just struck a
Thank God you
conversation
did.
with me. And he was like, in how many months he has been able to put so much money than when he was working for 18 years. These
Okay.
are people that they buy their houses. And I was like, God, the first time somebody told me that they bought their house cash without doing a mortgage, because everybody also feels that if you want to buy a house, you must do mortgage. It doesn't always work that way. I have seen people in this
Hmm.
country that they pay for their house with cash. That means they are dropping $1 million or let's say $800,000. People have that money, but they will keep quiet. They are not on social media like me. And they are just minding their business, living their life.
Wow.
So it's a
Wow.
mindset thing. And everybody is lamenting. Some people are not lamenting.
Hmm.
Some of them
Hmm.
are not lamenting. Some
Hmm.
of them are not lamenting. Their businesses raking money for them. Auto mechanics raking money for them, bringing money for them. So
Wow.
please, even if whatever you think you know, we recently moved. I wish I could have we recently moved. The reason why some people need to have jobs is probably because they need to have like their PR or get papers. This man was still in my house yesterday. He hung our TV, he did everything. And I know how much he charged me. Like I said, my nanny sister, everybody feels she's my sister. I call her my sister. And she was even, we're just joking and we just having that banter. Like, how far? You've charged my sister so much money, that you be millionaire. He was just laughing. She was not asking him that, this money they bring, this thing you are doing, does it give you money? He now started laughing. He said, this gives me 10 times what I earn. He works at the airport.
Wow.
He said, this gives me all this, pay $200, hang my TV, I give you $200. It is needed. These are skills. Can I construct bed? And this is a country whereby everything comes dismantled. You have to
It's
put it
mental.
together. I don't know how to put a bed together. I don't know how to put a sofa together. I will pay those people. And there are many of, can I hang TV? But you better get a professional before you go and break the TV. Those
Yeah.
things are not cheap.
They're not cheap. Yeah. Wow.
These are
Thank you
skills
so
that she
much,
had.
Ma.
So
Wow.
honestly,
Thank you.
so
I didn't
whatever
know
it
this
is,
conversation will go this way. It has gone even bigger.
I
we
just, sorry,
didn't
I was trying to
we
keep
didn't
it.
even
I
touch
try not
most
to
of
talk
the
about
notes.
it, but if I
I
see
think it's
anybody,
important you did. It's important because this is part of it, right? It's not just it's template, right? This is part of it. The mindset, the change, the renewal. So I'm happy. I'm going home like ha, job well done. Honestly, thank you
thank
so
you.
so much. Thank you. And wow, I think that was all. I don't think that there's what else
No,
you want to say after
there's
all of
nothing more.
this.
I've
Yeah.
said it. I've said everything. I've said it all. So there's nothing more. I've said it all. Thank you so
But
much.
I mean, if you've come this far, I'm sure you should have subscribed. You should have at least gone out there and say, let me subscribe to this channel. And remember to just, subscribe, like, drop a comment. What has been your experience like? What stood out? Because me too, I've shared my own comment. So tell us in the comments what stood out for you. What did you learn? How has this video helped you? And I mean, I hope I'll see you guys at our next video. All right. Thank you so much, Ma.
Thank
Bye,
you for having
everyone.
me.